Okay, well, we survived the night. Covered and cozy, and had to run this all night long, which was not... It was our saving grace, but it was not exactly the best idea, because you can't really see it. There's moisture everywhere in the van now, and it's frozen. My window is all frosted up. The front of the van, I've started it now, and the front of the van is also moistured up, and it's frozen. My van is making some weird noises. I'm hoping it's not going to blow up on me, but the dash is reading minus 28, so it's even colder than what it said on the weather station last night on my phone. This is dangerously fucking cold. If I didn't have that propane heater, I don't know what I would have done. But yeah, as you can hear, I think that's just the fan for the heater. But my van is making some weird noises right now, so I don't know. I'm just kind of hoping that I'm going to be okay that way. But yeah, we survived. It's nice and cozy under the blankets, but man, it's frickin' freezing out here right now. Well, we're doing the old dog dish on top of the propane heater again to melt it out. I'm getting good at this. So that's doing okay. That was a solid block. My goodness. My water here is starting to melt. It was frozen, not solid, but yeah, it's starting to melt up. Where is it? This is starting to melt. Again, I don't think it was frozen quite solid, but as long as it doesn't split my jugs, get water everywhere, but it seems to be okay now. And I've got a bigger jug in the front that's about half full. If it was full, it would have popped the top off. And it's frozen. It's trying to melt right there with the heat. I've got it down on the floor too. Minus 28. My goodness. But my God, it's a beautiful day. Look at this. It's just stunning. Again, I'm in Salmon Arm. I came to see the horses over Christmas. Propane heater was causing a lot of moisture in here, so all of this was frosted over. And I've been running the van heater, and it's drying things out, so that's good. I'll run it for a while until I don't see much moisture at all, if any. And I filled my gas tank up yesterday, so just driving around burned down almost a quarter tank. So we've got lots, 3/4 of a tank, we're good. Minus 28 degrees though, holy shite. Without having a dry source air heater, or a dry air heat source in the van, it makes for a very difficult living condition. I mean, you've got to have something, definitely. This is a learning curve. I've been in my van now a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in the beginning of March. So 2 years, beginning of March, I've been in my van without a permanent dry air heat source, because I'm taking the advice of the guru, Mr. Chrome Valdez, on live in your van, live in it for a while. Figure out what it is that you need and what you don't need. Figure out where the placement of things in your van will be. Like, live in it, get used to it. Design it the way that, Journey, hey, you got a sore toe? She's focusing on a toe right now. I think she cracked her toenail. Live in the van for a while, get accustomed to it, learn where you want things to go, and for convenience and everything. Sorry, when I get up in the morning, I'm always, I apologize. So when I first moved into the van, or just before I moved into it, because I knew that this was the plan, I purchased an Olympian Wave 8. It's the big boy of the Olympian Waves. And that was my plan to begin with, because I was living in the Lower Mainland. And living in the Lower Mainland, we don't get severe winters. We're not really, we tend to stay mild. On the rare occasion, we do get really cold winters. Like this year, they've dipped down. I think they're currently in -20 or something. So every now and then, they get like an Arctic system that passes through, and it sits for a bit. It doesn't last very long, maybe a week or so, and then it moves on. But yeah, they're sitting in -20 or something right now. So on those rare occasions, I would need something better than the Olympian Wave 8. I don't necessarily like to run it very long because it does create moisture. It throws off a lot of moisture, which is an issue in the van. Last night, however, I'm in Salmon Arm. I moved to Kelowna just over a month ago for work. So I've been living, well, vanning in Kelowna over the past month and a week. And it wasn't that cold to begin with when I first got here, but it's dipped down quite rapidly. Now, Christmas I had 5 days off, so my last day of work was the 23rd. What are we at today? The 27th, right? So I ended up with 5 days off. So with those 5 days, I planned on coming to Salmon Arm, which is where I'm at right now. -28. The temperature dipped down to -28 last night. My weather app on the phone said -25, but even that's pretty cold. But it actually dipped down to -28, and that's what my dash is reading right now. This is problematic. If I didn't have a heat source, I'd have been hooped. I can't run the van all night long. That's not practical. But it is a heat source. It's a dry air heat source. Sorry, the cold, and I don't like hats. It irritates the frick out of me. But the cold is making my skin dry and itchy, so if I'm doing a lot of this, I'm sorry. But because I couldn't run the van all night long, it's just not practical, I had my Olympian Wave. And I've got 2 tanks, so they're 20-pounders. And so if one happens to run out, I've got a spare full ready to go, and then I just alternate them. So I plugged in the Wave, fired her up. Well, I heated up the van first with the engine, and then I fired up the Olympian Wave, stuck it on medium, and then we went to bed, snuggled up all warm, and we stayed warm. I've got plenty of blankets here. I've got a duvet. Then I got this nice cushy blanket to go on top of that, and then there's another blanket. You can't see, it's right here. There's another blanket on top of that. So we've got plenty of blankets. This little monkey likes to sleep under the bed with me. She keeps me pretty warm, and I keep her warm. So Holly's got her sweater on. She's got 2 blankets of her own. She did very well. Yeah. But the only drawback with the Olympian Wave and the propane source of heat is that it throws the moisture. So when I woke up this morning, everything was frosty and very frosty. So that's an issue. I wouldn't want to do that very often just with the propane heat alone. Tonight, or last night, was the first night that I've run it all night long. I usually just run it for a little bit in the evening. Then I'll turn the engine on for a few moments and get that dry air heat source going to dry things out and just top it off with the nice dry heat, and then we go to bed. And then I wake up in the morning and I worry about heating the, and then I heat the place up when I get up. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm nursing a sore back. I fell when I was visiting the horses here in Salmon Arm, and I think I might have cracked a rib. So I'm currently nursing a sore back right now, and it hurts pretty good. But that's where we've been. That's where we're at right now. I haven't been posting much lately because, well, I didn't have really anything to post. And I know there's minor stuff, like there's little day-to-day stuff that I could be posting and filming and whatnot. I just haven't had the incentive to do it. Winter blues, I guess. I don't know. It's been a bit of a struggle to pull the camera out and do stuff. And in hindsight, I'm like, oh, I should have filmed that. I could have put that up. But then it's too late. But anyway, so here we are. We're in Salmon Arm. We will be going back to Kelowna in a day, roughly, so that I have to go back to work on the 28th, 29th, and then I'm off again for 4 days. So I will be filming some more stuff. We'll be taking the girls out in the snow. I'll show you them running around in the snow. Holly loves it. She loves the snow. Journey likes it too. Hi, everybody. Hey. Holly's getting hot. I think we turn the heat down. So yeah, that's kind of where we've been at. Yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and that you were safe and happy and warm and healthy. We've been doing the same. We're doing okay. I'm healthy. Dogs are healthy, and we're staying warm as best we can in minus 28 degrees. I don't think I'd want to do this permanently, like long term, but because I have to work up here and whatnot, it's kind of inevitable. So I think the temperature is supposed to go down again a little bit, but in any case, it is what it is until it isn't. So that's where we're at. I'm going to pull out the stove. I think I'm going to make myself something warm to eat. I'm probably going to heat some water up and give the girls a hot breakfast. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging in with us and being patient and whatnot. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry it's taken so long to put a video up when I promised before that I wouldn't take so long, and I just, it's PTSD. I'm going to be honest. It's PTSD and the little bit of depression and anxiety and shit like that comes along with PTSD that sometimes holds me back from doing things. So it's a bit of a struggle, but I'm trying to dig through that and like tread water, or at least become stronger at treading water. Anyhow, again, hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas. If I don't have another video up around New Year's, have yourself a happy, safe, healthy, warm New Year. and look after each other. Be kind, not just to yourself, but to others too. And yeah, life's a journey. Enjoy the ride. See you soon.